It's another hump day. Let's get some bets.
Were you not going to let me join or what?
No, I wasn't going to let you join at all, man. Stay back.
The show starts with just you. I mean,
yeah, that was going to be it. And then I was going to fade you in.
Oh. Well, how about, speaking of fading, how about fading my NHL?
Yeah, no kidding. We need to fade Mike's NHL picks. All right, it's time for last minute betting with the Sports Nuts. All right, we are here to give some last minute bets, picks, and what have you. Prize picks. We're going to do a bunch of that tonight. We got Jabari coming in from Houston, Texas. That's right, Houston, Texas. And we're excited about him being here. And it's just going to be a fun night, man. It's what it's all about. We got the music going on in the background. We're chilling. Jabari's backstage. Hopefully he's not, drinking too much of the alcohol back there. I hope not. But Mike's here. I'm here. What more can he ask for?
If he is drinking, hopefully he's not drinking a 2019 Bud Light like you had to do, right?
Good. Very good point. Very good point. But I did it, and I'm a good sport. All right. We've got who we got here? Tony's here. What's up, fellas? Here we go. Tony was dead on with George Mason this morning. Props to you there. We got a push on the Syracuse play. We have +3. Thank goodness we went +3. But it was a push. They lost by 3. And Jim Boeheim has retired, Mike, from the Syracuse Orange. That just announced today after the game. So congratulations. He's been a great coach, and that 2-3 zone was something else for a number of years, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
All right, let's bring Jabari on. Yeah,
please.
There he is. At Barry Crazy _crazy on Twitter, or Cruzy, or whatever you want to say.
I think we'll stick with crazy.
Jimmy lost at the buzzer and said peace. Yes, they did. They had a 3-point shot to try to tie it. Couldn't do it. The Syracuse Orangemen, that's a legend, guys. Okay. 47 years as the Syracuse coach. I mean, you got to give him props, right, Jabari?
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway. Oh, we got all kinds to go. We got DTP. Let's go. Oh, and Cool J Mick OddsJam banger. Yes. Let's do it.
Plenty of bangers. Plenty of bangers.
Mike, what do you want to start off with? You want to start off with your parlay?
You sure you don't want to save the best for last?
Felipe says OddsJam banger. Ashton Fulp, OddsJam banger. DTB, OddsJam banger. Holy cow. We got a bunch of OddsJam bangers in Jabari. If those are your friends, let's get them all on a free trial. Okay?
If we could do that, I would very much appreciate it. I gave them a code word tonight, so hopefully more will come through. So if you see that is their code word. We'll change up every now and again. But I just want them to come share the love. Yes. Guys gave me a chance, and I want them to give you a chance. That's all.
Oh, absolutely. So here's what you're going to do, folks, in the chat. Go to OddsJam, Bob at OddsJam.com or Mike at OddsJam.com. And we'll send you a link to set up a one-on-one call with us, and we'll get you in a free trial. And you can use the tools that my man Jabari is using and having success with it so far, aren't you?
Most definitely. And I'm letting them know right now in the Discord that this is something they don't want to miss. It's something, look, just try it out. Obviously, we come on stream every morning, every night. We come on there. First thing we go look at is positive EV. So they already know, they can attest to its successes. So I'm letting them know right now in Discord, just send out an announcement to let them know that this is something they don't want to miss.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, man.
We appreciate
that. We appreciate that. All right, Mike, I hate to do this, but I think we got to start off with the parlay and we'll build from there.
I mean, we'll jump into the parlay and get that out of the way real quick. Our 2-leg NHL parlay, boy, last night, I mean, just tough. So let's jump into the parlay. Not a lot to choose from tonight. We've got the Jets and the Wild, who, as you saw last night, cost us losing to Calgary. It went to a shootout. Tonight, you got to remember, Bob, Minnesota's got to travel to Winnipeg here. So they just played in a shootout last night. I think they'll be tired. The Jets are coming off of a really bad loss against San Jose. They've really not been playing well lately, and they've got to get back on track. I think tonight's a night at home in Winnipeg. Very, very tough place to play at times. They've got to get back on track. I think they can tonight, and I think fatigue will set in for Minnesota. Hellebuck's going to have to come up big for them. And, I think that Winnipeg money line is the route to go tonight. Anaheim and Vancouver, I took the over, Bob. I mean, these are two of the worst defensive teams in the NHL. Mm-hmm. I think we'll see some goals. The Ducks are in last place in goals against. Canucks are in 30th place. That's pretty well last. I mean, two-team difference. So both goaltenders almost giving up 4 goals a game. Everything's lining up to take the over tonight in this Anaheim-Vancouver game. So I'll take the over in this spot.
I am with you 100%. Again, which could be.
Yeah, don't even say that, man. Don't even say that. Don't even go like, bro, you gotta stop that.
It could be the KOD, okay?
Oh, man, don't.
We don't want it to be the KOD, but it could be the KOD.
Here's what I want. I want you to, after I give my parlay, I don't want you to ever say a word.
Oh, you're superstitious. Well, I got an idea. Since I come up with my picks before your parlay, why don't you just pick what I pick, huh?
Well, then I guess that's a good idea, and then I'll start making some money, huh?
Ooh, all right, yeah, something like that. I've been struggling here lately. I've not been on the roll that Jabari has been on. Zoll's OddsJam banger. Holy cow! Damari F. OddsJam banger. Everybody's banging the OddsJam. Yeah.
Evo in the building.
Welcome. Once again, I want to put this out there. Contact me, Bob at OddsJam.com or Mike at OddsJam.com, and we will hook you up with a free trial for OddsJam so you can take advantage of all the tools that Jabari has been taking advantage of, and I take advantage of on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. So let's get into some plays. Mike, I think we ought to let Jabari start off here. He's the guest. And
let's have a Jabari entry for prize picks tonight. We'll build one from scratch after that with Jabari. Okay. But for now, let's get a Jabari prize picks entry, because if you've been following along on Twitter, he's on fire.
Yeah, 3 days out of the last 4, we've had a 6-man, been profitable all 4 days. Sheets come out every day on the Twitter, but I saved this one especially for the show. That's why I told them. I said, hey, look, if you don't tune into the show, you're just not getting this 6-man, because I'm not posting it anywhere. It's not going on the Twitter. It is only being done in here. Okay. Beautiful. This is a full 6-man, as some of the people in Discord. I'm trying to make a campaign for King of the 6-mans on Prize Picks. So here we go. First play, we're gonna take Jason Tatum over 9.5 rebounds. That line is a little bit high for me on that side, but considering his defensive matchup with Jeremy Grant at the small forward position, I think he'll go ahead and out rebound him.
Nice.
I just think they'll go ahead and take advantage of the boards. Portland might not be able to keep up. Second pick, we have Devin Booker, more than 6 assists. Ever since KD has got on that team, Chris Paul has taken a step back, but I'm glad he's taken a step back. And I know when I was watching them play the Dallas game, they were like, "Hey, look, they need to get Chris Paul more involved." I don't think that's the key for them. I think if D-Book and KD can get back on their scoring rants and pass, and D-Book can pass to KD, he'll be great. Reason I'm taking him over 6 assists. OKC has no center. They drafted Chet Holmgren. He's been hurt pretty much the whole season with the Lindgren fracture in like his foot or something like that, right?
Right.
So I don't really want any part of that, but D-Book is gonna have a time, passing to KD. KD, there's nobody to guard him on OKC. He'll be great.
I got
Clint,
a question real quick.
go ahead.
This will be real quick. There was a KD PRA under today and over on his points. The points was over 25 and a half, and I can't remember what the PRA was. What do you think? Because he beat the PRA the other night.
He did, and I think the biggest thing for KD really has been he's not required to rebound as much since he's gotten off the Nets. The Nets didn't really have a 5 for him. So he was, in that 3-4 position where he had to go get more rebounds. Whereas now he doesn't really have to. You have DeAndre Ayton, you have Chuck Liddell coming off the bench, and then you have Josh Okogie at the 3-ish, I guess, position, the 3 guard, and then you have D-Book, you got Chris Paul. So you got other rebounders. The rebounds are quite evenly shared throughout them, but I think with KD being here, and I'll check my math while I'm talking about this. With KD being there, I want to say DeAndre Ayton has gone over 10 rebounds more than once with KD there. So under his PRA is completely possible with him hitting the points. It's completely possible.
All right, cool.
So it can happen.
All right, tsunami's all over the place here. Nick Claxton was a monster 5. Sam G, OddsJam banger. My goodness, I love it, man. Tsunami.
I wouldn't say monster. He was great defensively. One of the best blocking centers in the league. But as far as points, rebounds, he was a little mediocre. Just saying. All right.
Okay, we got 2 picks so far. JT over 9.5 rebounds and Devin Booker over 6 assists. I'm ready for more.
All right. For the third, we have Clint Capella over points and rebounds. They are playing Washington. Daniel Gafford will be matched up with him. So I'll take his points and rebounds at 22. Last time he played Washington, I believe he had 15 rebounds. I'm checking my math right now. 15 rebounds on the spot. He has just been with Trey. He's just been rolling over the last 5 games. He's 4 out of 5 over that 21.5, 22 line. He's at 28, 23, 29, and 22. Pretty good. Last game versus Washington, he had 28 points and rebounds. So I'm gonna continue to roll with the Hawks.
That's what we missed out on, Mike. We only had points the other night. Nice. Jabari, you're on fire, dude.
Appreciate it. Kawhi over 4 assists. He'll be playing the baby claw, they call him, Scotty Barnes. So Scotty and the team full of forwards. I like Kawhi to go ahead and find his way to kind of navigate around that team. They're 25th as far as assists allowed as a team. They're 25th. So they allow a lot of assists. Last time versus Toronto, he had 8. The books really like this one. He's a negative 145 or greater to go over. So this one was kind of a no-brainer to me. He doubled that line last time, 25th in assist ranked, and then negative 145 over. It's just a 3 for 3 for me. So I love it.
Yes.
Jimmy over 11 rebounds and assists. Reason we like this line is because they're 2 of the best defensive teams in the league. You have number 1 and number 2 as far as points allowed. They both allow the least amount of points. So we're expecting this game to be low scoring for one. Both of them only allow neither one of them allow more than 110 points per game on average for the year. Over the last 3, same situation as well. Cleveland's got a great backcourt, and then Miami's supposed to be the defensive team, but it just depends on who they're playing because sometimes they'll slip up. But I still like Jimmy to go ahead and dish out and get a couple of rebounds. I think versus them last time, he had around 6 RA, but I just don't see that happening again for him. He'll have to get more involved, get the team more involved, especially with K Love being a game time decision. That also depends a little bit, but I still like the line to go over.
Okay.
Last for me will be Trae Young. We love this line against Trey. I've seen it many of times on Twitter already, but this is just a history thing with him. About 2-3 weeks ago when he played them last time, he put up 31 points. So Trey on the road is good at scoring, but he's kind of bad at assist. So I took 2 plays for Trey today. This will be an option for you. You can take under on his assist on the road, which Prize Picks noticed that discrepancy and bumped it down from 9.5 to 9. You could take under on his assist at 9, or you could take over on his points. I personally, for this ticket, took over 25.5.
I love that.
I think he'll meet the score against Washington.
That's another positive EV play from earlier today.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Great finds. I love that. That's got potential to be arguably the greatest Prize Picks entry in the history of Prize Picks, guys. I'm for real though, man. There's some bangers on there, man. Somebody asked for underdog folks. If you had to take one out, which one would it be? I don't know.
I would remove Jimmy.
Remove
Jimmy. He's the only person out of the 6 that hasn't hit this line previously. Every other line has hit. So if you're on underdog, I know you can't do 6 picks, then you could do 5. Take Jimmy out. You could take Trey at the 25.5, and you should be good.
Let's go ahead and share the screen here. We've got Jason Tatum over 9.5 rebounds, Devin Booker over 6 assists, Clint Capella over 22 points in rebounds, Kawhi Leonard over 4 assists, Jimmy Butler over 11 rebounds and assists combined, and Trae Young over 25.5 points. That is a 6-pick banger, baby. Woo!
Let's go, baby.
I just recapped it for you, Felipe. All right. D Bell locked in. Jimmy, yeah. Damari F. Who did you say? All right. Cool J Mick. I love it, man. You guys are great. You're a great audience. And once again, Mike and I have talked about this. We hope to get on that Twitch with you at some point in time, and
for sure
it's there with you. What I'd like to have happen now, I'd like for Mike to take over, go to the Positive EV page, and we're going to look for some plays, and we're going to ask your expertise and opinion on some of these that we're going to hit, because it is last minute betting. That was a beautiful pick, and then we're going to come up with the Prize Picks too. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, let's go ahead and scan the page just for some plays to hit right here, right now, see what is out here. So we've got Bradley Beal right off the bat. It's under 4.5 player rebounds for him. This one's just showing up. If we just take a look at what we're getting it for, -105. Look at what most of the books have this priced at, favored on several or evenly priced. On PointsBet, Pinnacle is favoring his under tonight. I mean, it's Bradley Beal. He's not really known for his rebounds anyway, right? So heck of a player, but I mean, what's he average? Under 4 a game, right?
Usually somewhere around that. I think in the last 10, he's around 4.8. With Kristaps being on and off the floor a little bit more now. So yeah.
So we'll roll with this one. We'll put a half a unit on this one and go with the value on that one. Definitely a great price for that play. So if you're looking to have an edge on that play, it looks like the under would be the route to go. Wouldn't be shocked if he went over necessarily, but we'll sprinkle a little bit on that play.
Mike, can you stop for a second? I've got people wanting the recap of the parlay of the the 6 pick.
Yeah, do it. Give him a recap of it.
All right. There we go. Devin Booker over 6 assists. Clint Capella over 22 points and rebounds. Kawhi Leonard over 4 assists. Jason Tatum over 9.5 rebounds. Jimmy Butler over 11 rebounds and assists. And Trae Young over 25.5 points. That is a recap. And Tristan says LSU money line. All right. There we go. Sorry, Mike.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. People gotta get what they came to get, man. You know.
There you go.
This one's a little interesting. Malcolm Brogdon on his under assists. Another one of those plays where it could go either way. Just looking at what everywhere prices this at, it's pretty evident that a lot of books are favoring heavily juicing the under and favoring it, whereas Bet Rivers and Barstool are favoring his over pretty heavily. Doesn't look like we have a pinnacle line on that, but just going off of that, I like this play. I'm going to put 1/4 of a unit on that play. Again, I mean, you're right around what he averages, 3.8 or whatever, for the season. So we'll roll with the value in some cases like that where we feel like we're not really sure. Man, this one's interesting. How about the Saddiq Bey under 4.5 player rebounds at -130? Looking at what these books price this at, not too bad. Any thought on that, Jabari?
Sadiq. I mean, he was one that we talked about earlier. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. He's one that we talked about earlier, and this is one where we couldn't really find a justification for his PRA. I think that'll also come up on Positive EV here in a little bit, where we talked previously about his points and his PRA. So as far as his rebounds, I like the under with his new role in the Hawks and the Wizards. They're not really allowing a lot of rebounds. I think they're like 11th. So they're like towards the top, third of the league. It would be something I would take most definitely.
Awesome.
Mike Saddiq?
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm sorry, man. I got to give him some trouble.
Yeah. Now this one, I have problems with any play with Bogdanovich on any player props. I have a problem. And yes, I pronounced that right. It's not Bogdanovich. I believe it's pronounced Bogdanovich. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think it's Bogdanovich. So
you think is it Bog?
I think you're right. You're right.
I'm pretty sure that I've heard it pronounced, and because I used to think the same thing, but I think it's Bogdanovich. I think, but that nobody probably really knows except him anyway, right?
Yeah.
Truth be told, under on his points tonight. Under 11.5 has some value at -105. You got it favored on a lot of books. I've had a tough time with him on his player props for whatever reason.
He's very much streaky. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I would not feel comfortable taking it at 11.5. And the reason is because the last time he got 16, he's going to be your sit in the corner type shooter. Right. And that's why he's so streaky. He's your modern day J.R. Smith. He's going to sit in the corner and shoot. If he gets enough volume, it'll hit.
And by the way, you pronounce it Bogdan Bogdanovich.
It is Bogdanovich.
So it is Bogdanovich.
But his first name's Bogdan.
I know. Yeah. See, that's tricky right there. That's tricky. And unfortunately, Trae Young we're not touching that. There was value on his over earlier. There is value on his under now. I would not recommend touching that. I think the value has shifted because everybody's been hammering the side we should be on, his over, right?
Mike, Tristan's asking about Kuzma on 3.5 assists. I think that there it is right there. What do you guys think?
I mean, for plus 135, I mean, it's definitely interesting to sprinkle a little bit on.
I wouldn't hammer it.
I would, yeah, would not hammer it. I mean, last game he had 2 assists, so he does something like that again, you're done.
Right, absolutely.
But maybe worth a sprinkle. Maybe worth a little sprinkle. I'm gonna stay away personally.
Yeah, I would suggest that anybody that's thinking about sprinkling, just hear me out for a second. In the last 8 games, okay, he's only hit that once. He's only come close to hitting it 3 times. He's
Right.
at 3, 3, and 5. So
yeah, because he
just
missed.
be careful.
He missed against Milwaukee. I can't. Did he play against Toronto when they played Toronto those 2 games?
They did. He had that
one
real great game where he came out starting 4 for 4, 2 from 3, and everything was just hitting for him. And then people doubled down the next night before and got railed. So you just got to be careful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say stay away from that.
There you go. But Tristan appreciates that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to hit right now. I've got plenty out there. You know, when you get last minute like this, you run into some things where, like Trae Young, looks like value on his under, but earlier the value is on his over, and that may be a case with Kuzma too. Honestly, there may have been value on his under earlier, and now it's shifting towards his over, and I would say stay away. So I don't like to get a every single one of my bets out last minute. I just like to get a few more out. I think that's all I'm going to hit right now.
Okay. Right.
For now.
So let's go and do another prize picks that we come up with. Mike, you're going to continue to share your screen, and however you're going to go about doing this, you're kind of in charge there. You and Jabari are in charge. I'll just be the guy who helps. I'll be your assistant.
Well, we've got 3 plays right off the bat that are showing up. Jabari, we've got Sadiq Bey under 18.5 PRA.
Mm-hmm. I think that's around, I want to say the Pinnacle has it around like -161, but it's some books have it just completely, it's just under. I could see that the Wizards don't necessarily allow a lot of stuff to other guards. So
under 18.5.
Yep.
All right, let's add it.
So there's the first one. The second one is the Jeremy Grant under 20.5 points. What do you think?
I spoke on this earlier. JT's going to be guarding him. I doubt he does much of anything tonight.
Yeah.
They are the best small forward defense in the NBA. They are number 1. So
really,
and that's because of JT. Yeah. So
okay.
I doubt they really let Jeremy Grant do anything. So under 20.5 is completely plausible.
Okay, cool.
Man, the Brock Besser play is dicey. I got to be honest. Under 2.5 player shots on goal. It's very low edge on this one. I mean, it's only at 54.3 win probability. It's not bad, but man, I don't know. This Vancouver Anaheim game, these are 2 bad defenses. I feel like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brock Besser's the kind of guy. I mean, you don't have Horvat there anymore. Vancouver's going to rely on guys like him. I like the over hitting tonight. If that happens,
right.
I think I'm staying away from this one personally.
Yeah, pull away for sure.
For sure. Mm-hmm. So that gives us 2. We've got to find 3 more plays. Or 4. Let's refresh again and see if anything else comes up. Looks like I got logged out. Uh-oh, we may be going through some maintenance on the website, guys. That's not good.
Well, right. I just clicked and pulled screen up. So, yeah, there you go. You're all right.
Yeah, we're back in action. Let's get our DFS filter back on.
Sam J's here. Here from Bari. Yeah.
Let's go.
Appreciate it.
Go.
Appreciate that, Sam. Thank you.
Yeah, let's go to the screen here and let's browse. Let's see what market we want to hit. Jabari, what market do we want to hit? Do we want to hit rebounds, points, PRA, points and rebounds?
Let me peek on over here to my other monitor. Let's go PRA.
PRA.
We're looking for two things. Okay. We're looking for what the screen has about Vucevic going against Jokic tonight. So we'll see how far up he is on the screen, and then Clint Capella as well.
And Vucevic, okay. We'll get loaded up here and we'll take a peek.
30.5, it looks like in Price Picks.
Okay. So we have Capella up here.
Yeah, we got Capella up at the top. Yep.
So we'll see. But I think they'll like his PRA. I'm sure his over is probably going to have a good bit of juice from the books. So it's something that we've been looking at all morning since last night.
Okay. Yeah, his PRA is at 22.5, and you've got some books that have set his PRA at 23.5.
Mm-hmm. Even one, I think that's Bet Online at 24.5. So
yeah,
I'm sure some of them are scooting that line on up because they're expecting him to clear that pretty easily. He'll clear that with just points and rebounds alone. The assists are really not an issue. It's just icing on top of the cake at that point. So
yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good one to add. I mean, just looking at Pinnacle's line on that play, I think Pinnacle's pretty well juicing his over 22.5 pretty heavily. So, yeah, I like that one.
Okay.
Let's keep scrolling on down here. We're looking for Vucevic next. Let's see where he's at.
The play for Vooch will be his under. He has been really lackluster lately with Pat Bev here. It has been a little lackluster, so we'll see what the books have it on.
Yeah, I mean, you got a couple of books that have his line at 29.5, so that 30.5, if we're taking his under, is even more valuable in a lot of, that's a point difference. So, yeah,
let's do it. Absolutely.
Yep, I like that one as well.
Okay, so we have 4 here, guys.
We do have 4. We
need one more or two more. We got Sadiq under PRA. We got Jeremy Grant under points. We got Capella over PRA and Vucevic under PRA.
Okay. Let's see who else we want to take a look at.
Hey, Jabari, I want to ask you one question here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people this all the time in calls. I really stay away from turnover, steals, and blocks because they're too random. Are you that way too, or do you take your chances every once in a while?
I'll take my chances every once in a while, and every once in a while means like once or twice a month.
Okay.
Yeah, right. It's very low for me that I do that unless the turnovers is just an absolute. Okay, I can most definitely see it. He's got a great defensive matchup that's going to make him turn over the ball a lot, or steals and blocks. In the case of Jakob Poeltl, where he was, during that 7-game streak, he had at least 2 blocks and steals in every game for 7 games straight. So for at least 4 games of that streak, we were just sitting there riding his steals and blocks every game until they took it off and they were no longer putting it up. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you for that input. I'm on the right track then.
Yeah, we've got a dicey one here. I mean, we've got Devin Booker. If you just look, I mean, a lot of the books are pricing his PRA at 37.5. Price Picks has it at 38.5. So the route there would be to take the under 38.5 because most books have his line at 37.5 to get us that full point. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, it's risky, obviously.
It's 37.5 right now. It dropped on Price Picks.
Oh, smart.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they changed that. I mean, that's a risky one. I mean, he could get 37 points, like.
Only way he wouldn't hit that is if it's a blowout and they pull him.
Right.
Which is completely possible with Shy out, by the way. That is, it can happen. No Shy Gilgeous-Alexander tonight, so it's just Josh Giddey in the gang. So it could happen, but I think that's the only way I don't see that hitting. Okay. So
anything on the Joker?
What's that?
Anything on the Joker? His PRA is 44.5. And by the way, Embiid's is higher than his.
Is it?
Yes, Embiid's is 45.5. I just checked earlier today, and the Joker's 44.5. Of course, he didn't hit it the other night.
Right. Brandon Ingram's at 35.5 on Prize Picks. A lot of books have this at 36.5, 37.5, guys. What are your thoughts on Ingram potentially on an over?
He's at 30
Dallas team.
He's at 35.5 on Prize Picks.
Right.
So let's go
this
for
was
it.
A little tricky. We talked about this morning as well. We love over his points at 26. Nobody on Dallas is going to be able to guard him. He's a great scorer.
Okay.
Good one-on-one scorer. But his rebounds and assists are where he's going to lack. So his rebounds, just to put it in perspective, his rebound line was at 5 even and his assist was at 5 even.
Yes.
So he needs to hit both of those in addition to scoring 26 points. Where I took under his assist line, I don't think he's going to hit 5 assists. I'll be honest.
Do we think he can sprinkle a little bit more to his points total to help us carry this over, or
26?
Because that's
for him. Is 26 for Brandon should be easy, but I don't know necessarily that it will be easy for him tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know, because he's only put up 26 points in the last 10 games only 4 times. He's only done that more than he's only done more than 26 4 times in the last 10. So
assist may be the route.
I took under on his assist at 5 even on Prize Picks. It was at 5.5. They bumped it down to 5 even. The books like it under. He hit that last time versus Dallas, but I don't see him hitting it this time versus them. Dallas is one of the best assist allowed teams in the league. I think they're around 9th. They allow the 9th least amount of assists per game.
Let's do it. What do you say, Mike?
Yeah.
You want to add it? All right.
Yep.
So I got Bay under, Grant under, Capella over, Vucevic under, and Ingram under. We'll just make this a 5 pick.
Okay.
And then we'll go through it one more time and reiterate the play. All right. And I'll actually share the screen here. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Jabari. Good job. We're dropping some people now. They're still banging, ain't they? All right. Sadiq Bey, less than 18.5 PRA. Jeremy Grant, less than 20.5 points. Clint Capella, more than 22.5 PRA. Vucevic, less than 30.5 PRA. And Brandon Ingram, less than 5 assists. And then, of course, the play earlier was Jason Tatum, over 9.5 rebounds. Devin Booker, over 6 assists. Capella, over 22 points and rebounds. Kawhi Leonard, over 4 assists. Jimmy Butler, over 11 rebounds and assists. And Trae Young, over 25.5 points. That was a Jabari Marquis Fowler play, baby.
Appreciate that. Thank you. We'll take credit for all that. Hopefully it hits. I'm not gonna be right all the time, but I'm put my best foot forward. I think we'll be good to go. I think
it's good to go. If it wins me some money, that's all I care about.
You got two entries there, man. One of them's gonna come through.
Most
definitely. Not both. Both.
Exactly. I agree 100%. Jabari, you know what? We really enjoy having you on here, don't we, Mike?
Absolutely, man. Love having Jabari on every Wednesday. Trying to make this obviously a regular thing, having him on the show on Wednesdays. That's his slot. And I mean, what can we say, man? I mean,
yeah, you brought a crowd, man. Way to go.
Well, and brings great insight and understands the tools and the product very, very well, is showcasing it everywhere. It's great having people like Jabari on the show and on our team, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And I just got to ask you one question, though. How's your baseball knowledge?
Mine, it's okay. It's a working theory, so I am still working on it.
Okay, all right, that's okay. So you're in the whip mode, right? It's a work in progress, right?
It's a work in progress.
Jabari, great job. Thank you for coming on the show and giving us that play. We'll put it on Twitter too, and credit you. We'll go ahead and I'll screenshot both of those and put them on Twitter. Great job. Great show tonight, Mike. I was very happy with it. Now let's get your parlay to come through. Jacob Trainer, Dodgers run line, first play of the season.
Yeah, that was money last year.
Guy for baseball.
Tristan's in the building. Thanks for joining. Tristan's going to come on our show sometime too, Bob.
That's right. Okay. You got it. Let's go, Barry.
Absolutely.
King Smokes. All right. Peace.